to read you a story. But before I do that, I want to talk a little bit about feelings. So when I was younger, me and my brother used to be really close. And we would play together, we would do everything together. And then one time, he took my diary, my favorite diary, and then he drew all over it, on every single page. So then, how do you think I felt? Hold on, I'm not done. So before you guess how I feel, what I did was I told him that he shouldn't be talking to me because I don't want to talk to him, and whenever he tried to sit next to me, I would walk away from him. So now, how do you think I felt?
Like really angry and like you want to be his friend, but you know that he's joining your favorite.
Right. I was really angry, but how do you know that?
Well,
How do you know that?
because like sometimes my sister takes my things and like I kind of want to play with her, but then I remember that she took something, so.
Right. It's what I did, right? Just like your sister. It's what I did that tells you how I'm feeling. What else? What else? From what I told you. I told him that I don't want to talk to him. And I also didn't want to sit next to him. So what else?
I think you felt really annoyed and sad that he threw away your diary and that you wanted to pick him up and you
Good, but we already have what I did. What about what I say? What did I say? Sound dumb?
Don't do that.
Right, what I said. That's what I said. So we pay attention to what people say and what people do to figure out how they feel. So today I'm going to read you this book. George and Martha. We're going to read two stories. So this book is called George and Martha Back in Town by James Marshall. So what I just told you, how we figure out how people are feeling by what they say and what they do. We also do that in books. We figure out how the characters are feeling by what they say and what they do. That is called making an inference. Martha noticed a little box on George's kitchen table. "Do not open," said the sign. "I won't," said Martha. "I'm not the nosy type." But Martha couldn't take her eyes off the little box. I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to make an inference. I infer that Martha's feeling very curious because she says that she won't open the box, and she's not the nosy type, but what she does is she couldn't take her eyes off the box. You see what I did there? So I'm going to write this down. I infer that Martha was feeling curious. Because she says, "I won't." And I'm not the nosy type. And she I inferred that Martha was feeling curious because she says, I won't, and I'm not the nosy type, but she couldn't take her eyes off the box. She read the sign again. Do not open, said the sign. Martha couldn't stand it. One little peek won't hurt, she said, and she untied the string. So now, I infer that Martha was feeling impatient because, does anyone want to help me out?
Afterward, she'll probably.
Solid thumb?
No. Because she couldn't take her eyes off of that one thing. But she was just curious what was inside of it.
Right. But I want you to focus after that section when it says after she can't. You're right. She can't take her eyes off the box. But after that, what other clues do we have? She read the sign again. Do not open, said the sign. Martha couldn't stand it. One little peek won't hurt, she said, and she untied the string.
Oh.
Solid thumb? Okay. So I infer that Martha was feeling curious. Impatient, sorry. Because she said one little peek won't hurt.
Stop that.
And what she did was she untied the box, untied the string. Because if she wasn't feeling impatient, she wouldn't untie the string even though the box said do not open. Right? Make sense?
Yep.
Out jumped George's entire collection of Mexican jumping beans. Oh my stars, said Martha. It took Martha all afternoon to round up the Mexican jumping beans. One yellow gave her quite a chase. When George came home, Martha was reading a magazine. You seem out of breath, said George. You don't think I opened that little box, do you? Said Martha. Of course not, said George. I'm not the nosy type, said Martha. George didn't say a word. Now I'm going to read the second story, and when I read the second story, I want you to make inferences. Second story is the high board.
You did that one, right? The second one.
Today, said George, I will jump from a high board. Don't do it, cried Martha. Everyone will be watching, said George. You'd never catch me up there, said Martha. That's because you're a scaredy cat, said George.
Oh, we're feeling sad.
He's fat.
But when George got up on the high board, he lost his nerve. I can't do it, he said, and everyone's watching. His knees began to shake. I'm going to stop here, and I want you to make an inference. I want you to turn to your partner and discuss how the answer is feeling.
Feeling a little like he bit off too much that he could
said and what he did. So you
It made me think that way because he was acting so brave. But when he got he told Martha that he was gonna hide it. And Martha was putting negative in there. But she wasn't immediately negative. She was just saying that she knows that
Okay, 3, 2, 1, come together. Now I notice we're a little bit confused. Magic 5. I notice we're a little bit confused about what we have to do. So I'm just going to add this. When we turn and talk, I want you to talk about how the character is feeling by what they say and what they do. So you have to use information from the text. So I want you to do this. Practice this with me. Look at me. When you talk about what a character says, you put your fist up. What a character says, everyone. What a character says.
Yeah.
And when you talk about what a character does, you do this. What a character does. Now turn to your partner. Don't talk yet. Turn to your partner and try that out. Tell your partner what a character says and what a character does. All right. 3, 2, come together. Do you understand? Because it helps you remember what a character says and what a character does. If you don't want to use it, it's fine, but it's better to have something to remember. I'm going to continue. Martha climbed up the ladder. Now what? Said George. I'll go first, said Martha, and she jumped up. Martha caused quite a splash. Everyone was impressed, and no one noticed how George got down. I just didn't feel like it today, said George. Martha didn't say a word. So I want you to take a moment and turn, and I want you to discuss how George was feeling by using what he said and what he did from the story. Now, ready? Go. Mind sharing this with us in front of the class? What you guys just said? What she said. Okay. Say it. 3, 2, 1. Come together. So I heard a lot of good ideas, and I really like what Adrian and
Aiden.
Sorry, Aiden and Haley, can you come up here and show the class what you guys did? Okay.
Martha jumped off the high board, and George said that he didn't wanna like jump off the high board, and Martha
Let's start. What does she say? Martha says
that
Okay, you want to look at
Martha caused a splash, and George said I just didn't feel like doing it.
So how did George feel? Well, good. Good. Thank you. And that's the end of our second story. So before you go back to your desk, I understand that you guys have opened up your reading response journal, right? So in the reading response journal, I'm going to write something here, and you are going to write it in your So in your reading response notebook, I want you to start with this sentence. I want you to begin with this. I infer that you can pick whoever you want. You can pick Martha or George. Was feeling blank because what she says or he says and what he or she does. Got it?
Got it.
I feel that way.
Who doesn't think?
Become blame and blame.
You have a question? In your reading response notebook, you're going to write about how Martha or George was feeling. And you're going to start with this sentence. I infer that whoever you pick, Martha or George, was feeling insert the feeling in here because why? What in the text made you think she was feeling that way? What she said and what she did?
I didn't want to.
Understand? Okay.
What's the animal?
What? Because she does something and she says something. You're looking for 2 clues. Okay? Okay. Can you go back to your seats?
I'm gonna be George. How do you spell George?
Sound it out.
George. How do you spell George? How do you spell George?
Okay, readers. Readers? Can I have your attention?
Yes.
I put all the information that we did before up here so you can refer back to this if you need help. But then your voices should be off and you guys should be writing.
Whatever you want. And whatever you want. So it's up to you.
And also you can use either story. It doesn't matter if you pick the first story or the second story.
Which story do you pick? How did Martha was feeling? Sad. When she told George not to jump. Right, and what did she also say that made you think that she was sad? She was afraid. But she was just forgetting about it. Just remember you need 2 clues. You need what she says and what she does. As long as you're giving the 2 clues. Okay. That's all I'm looking for. Okay, I like this, but then for this, it's not really what he says or does. We have to focus on what he says and what he does. Okay? Okay, I read 2 stories. You can start another one. Okay?
Crawl under it.
Want me to read yours? Okay, I really like what you wrote. I see that you wrote down what he did and how you screwed him, but try to think about what he says also. Okay? Listen what he says in the story to make you feel like that, and not just right?
Everybody just reads.
In the story, what did George say? And what did he do to make you feel that he's embarrassed? Just think about it. Okay, good. I look at this. That made you think he was embarrassed. Well, in the beginning, he said he was going to jump, right? And
It stuck on a timer for 30 minutes.
okay.
It was on a timer.
Pass it around. If you're done with the first story, you can start on the second one. So you did both?
No, I did the second.
Then do the first one.
Just cross it off.
How was George feeling? With you? Scared? So you can write that down first. You can write that down first. George was feeling scared. Okay. You can write this down first.
stay away because
Let's see what we got here first. Really, George was feeling scared because he did not want to join. Let's go back to the board. He says what you doing, George? What he says, he does. And when you're doing here,
no. Oh, I know.
what character do you want to do that? Martha. Then write down Martha first. You infer that Martha was feeling.
Okay, my favorite curious.
For the first story? Okay, then write down curious.
How do you spell that? How do you spell curious?
Try it, just try spelling it. It's actually C.
Like this. C-U-R-I-U-I-O-U. You know how to do it?
Yep, I got it.
So I want you to put your notebooks away.
Stop. Thank you. You gotta, you have to edit it or you have to short it. It's like on a timer for 30 minutes. Okay. It was on a timer.
If you're done with the first story, you can start on the second one. So you did both?
No, I did the second.
Then do the first one.
How was George feeling? It's you. Scared? So you can write that down first. You can write that down first. George was feeling scared. Okay. You can write this down first.
Let's stay away because
Let's see what we got here first. Really, George was feeling scared because he did not want to join. Let's go back to the board. He says what you doing, George? What he says, he does. And when you're doing here,
no. Oh, I know.
what character do you want to do that? Martha. Then write down Martha first. You infer that Martha was feeling.
Okay, my favorite curious.
For the first story? Okay, then write down curious.
How do you spell that? How do you spell curious?
Try it, just try spelling it. It's actually C.
Like this. C-U-R-I-U-I-O-U. You know how to do it?
Yep, I got it.
this up, so I want you to put your notebooks away.